I found that there were two things consistently that people were doing for breakfast, having for breakfast, that they thought was healthy. And they were so proud of it. And it was a metabolic disaster.
So when we're in a state of chronic inflammation, the body is telling you that it's under a crisis.
Did you know that some of the vegetables you eat every day could be helping cancer cells grow and speeding up the aging process?
Cancers form when normal cells in our body start to divide out of control. Over time, the growing cancer mass destroys nearby healthy cells.
It's true. What you thought were healthy foods might actually be causing damage inside your body. Today, we're going to look at the surprising science behind these harmful foods and hear what Dr. Mindy Pelz, a leading expert on fasting, has to say about how they affect your health. When it comes to living a long, healthy life, few people know more about it than Dr. Mindy Pelz. One of her biggest discoveries is that some vegetables, which we usually think are healthy, could actually help cancer cells grow, raise blood sugar and insulin levels, and speed up the aging process. But what makes these vegetables so harmful? The key to living a long, healthy life is keeping your blood sugar and insulin levels low and reducing oxidative stress. When these things are out of balance, your body is more likely to experience inflammation, get chronic diseases, and yes, even develop cancer. What's worse is that the oxidative stress these foods cause speeds up aging, weakens your immune system, and makes you more likely to get viral infections. In today's video, we're going to uncover 4 vegetables that you should avoid and explain why they can be so harmful to your body. As we'll see, it's all about how these foods mess with your blood sugar, increase inflammation, and damage your gut, ultimately cutting your life short. Before we dive into the list of these harmful vegetables, let's take a quick look at why controlling your blood sugar and insulin levels is so important for aging well. Dr. Pelz stresses that the foundation of good metabolic health is keeping your hemoglobin A1C levels, a marker for long-term blood sugar control, below 5%. Ideally, you want to aim for around 4.5%, which helps you age gracefully and stay full of energy. When your blood sugar and insulin stay high over time, it speeds up aging and harms key parts of your body, like your gut and brain. So if you've been eating these vegetables thinking they're good for your health, this video will show you how they might be doing the exact opposite, the science behind glucose and insulin. To really understand why certain vegetables, which we often think are super healthy, can actually be harmful, you first need to know how glucose and insulin work in the body. Glucose, commonly known as blood sugar, is the main energy source for your cells. When you eat foods that are high in carbs, like bread, pasta, or even certain vegetables, your digestive system breaks them down into glucose, which then enters your bloodstream. This is where insulin comes into the picture. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas, and it helps control your blood sugar levels. You can think of insulin like a key that unlocks your cells so glucose can get in and be used for energy. After you eat, your blood sugar goes up and insulin helps move that sugar from your blood into your cells, keeping everything balanced. When things are working properly, glucose and insulin are in harmony. But when this system gets out of whack, it can lead to serious health issues. A big reason for this imbalance is a constant intake of high sugar or high carb foods, including certain vegetables, that cause your blood sugar to spike quickly. Dr. Mindy Pelz explains that keeping your blood sugar and insulin levels steady is key to living a long, healthy life. Why? Because when your glucose and insulin levels are always high, it opens the door to problems like inflammation, oxidative stress, and insulin resistance. These issues not only speed up the aging process, but also put you at higher risk for chronic diseases like cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. Here's what happens. Every time you eat something that causes a blood sugar spike, your pancreas has to pump out more insulin to lower those levels. Over time, this constant demand for insulin can lead to insulin resistance. That means your cells become less sensitive to insulin, so your body has to make even more to do the same job. This creates a vicious cycle where both your blood sugar and insulin stay elevated. High insulin levels are especially risky because they make your body store more fat, particularly around your belly, and they increase inflammation all over your body. Chronic inflammation is a major cause of many age-related diseases, including cancer. Dr. Pelz stresses that when your body is always inflamed, your immune system becomes weaker, which makes it easier for cancer cells to grow. Additionally, when insulin is high, your blood sugar tends to stay high too, leading to something called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These are harmful compounds that form when glucose attaches to proteins or fats in the body. AGEs damage your cells and tissues, speeding up the aging process and causing complications like kidney disease, nerve damage, and heart problems. What many people don't realize is that some vegetables, especially those that are high in starch or turn into glucose quickly, can raise insulin levels just as much as sugary foods. Vegetables like corn, potatoes, and certain beans can cause a big spike in blood sugar, which then triggers a strong insulin response. Dr. Pelz points out that even though these foods seem healthy because they contain fiber and vitamins, their high glycemic index means they can raise blood sugar fast, leading to the same insulin resistance and inflammation you'd get from eating processed sugary snacks. On the flip side, keeping your glucose and insulin levels low and steady not only helps prevent disease, but also protects your brain, heart, and other important organs from damage, helping you live longer. That's why it's so important to manage your diet and pay attention to the vegetables you eat. Key foods to avoid: refined flours, sugars, and wheat. In this section, we'll talk about some of the biggest culprits in our diets that can spike blood sugar, trigger insulin surges, and speed up aging: refined flours, sugars, and wheat. These ingredients are found in lots of common foods, but their effect on our metabolism, inflammation, and overall health is serious. Refined flours, hidden blood sugar. Dangers: refined flours are found in things like bread, pasta, pastries, and processed foods. When grains are refined, the outer layers that hold most of the nutrients, fiber, and vitamins are removed, leaving only the starchy part. This turns it into a simple carbohydrate that the body quickly converts into glucose. So, what's the problem? Foods made with refined flours have a high glycemic index, which means they cause blood sugar to rise quickly after you eat them. When your blood sugar spikes, your pancreas has to release a lot of insulin to move the extra glucose out of your blood and into your cells. According to Dr. Mindy Pelz, this constant need for insulin can lead to insulin surges, which tire out your pancreas and can lead to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance forces your body to make more and more insulin, causing chronically high levels of insulin. These spikes lead to fat storage, inflammation, and oxidative stress, all of which accelerate aging and increase the risk of diseases like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Sugars, more than just empty calories. Sugar is often called empty calories because it offers no nutrition other than energy. But the harm goes beyond that. It can really mess up your blood sugar and insulin levels. When you eat sugary foods like candy, sodas, and desserts, your blood sugar shoots up fast. Your pancreas then releases a lot of insulin to bring it back down. Constantly spiking insulin like this can lead to several problems. Excess sugar that isn't used right away for energy is stored as glycogen in the liver and muscles. Once these stores are full, the extra sugar is converted to fat, especially around the belly. High belly fat is not just a cosmetic issue. It's linked to inflammation and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. Sugar also fuels chronic inflammation. A study in the journal Nutrients found that high sugar intake increases inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP. This type of inflammation can damage tissues, weaken your immune system, and even create an environment where cancer cells can thrive. Sugar also contributes to oxidative stress by producing advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which are harmful compounds that form when glucose binds to proteins or fats. AGEs can damage cells and speed up aging, raising the risk of conditions like Alzheimer's, heart disease, and kidney problems. Beyond all this, sugar plays a key role and causing insulin resistance. This means insulin becomes less effective at managing blood sugar, forcing your pancreas to pump out even more insulin. This creates a cycle of constantly high insulin and glucose levels. Wheat, not as innocent as it seems. Wheat is a major part of many diets, but modern wheat is very different from the wheat our ancestors ate. Today's wheat is often highly processed, which removes its natural nutrients and leaves behind a product that acts much like sugar in the body. Dr. William Davis, cardiologist and author of Wheat Belly, points out that modern wheat has a high glycemic index, meaning it can raise blood sugar faster than even table sugar. This is especially concerning for people who eat wheat-based foods like bread, pasta, and cereals daily. Wheat also contains gluten, a protein that can cause inflammation and digestive problems in people with gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. Even for those without these conditions, gluten and other wheat proteins can irritate the gut and cause mild inflammation, leading to digestive discomfort and even leaky gut. Leaky gut, also known as intestinal permeability, allows undigested food particles and toxins to enter the bloodstream, triggering an immune response. This can cause widespread inflammation and contribute to chronic conditions like autoimmune disorders and metabolic diseases. When you're trying to manage your blood sugar levels and insulin sensitivity, what you drink can affect you just as much as what you eat. Many people focus on avoiding sugary snacks or processed carbs, but forget to check what's in their drinks. In this section, we'll talk about why some popular drinks, including certain juices, can make it harder to keep your glucose levels in check and harm your overall health. Sugary beverages. Sugary drinks like sodas, sweetened teas, and energy drinks are some of the biggest causes of blood sugar spikes. These drinks are packed with added sugars that get absorbed quickly into your bloodstream, causing your glucose levels to shoot up fast. For example, a regular can of soda has about 39 grams of sugar. That's almost 10 teaspoons of sugar in one drink. Since sugar in liquid form is absorbed more quickly than when eaten in solid foods, this fast absorption leads to a sharp rise in blood sugar. Your pancreas then has to release a lot of insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. Over time, these constant ups and downs can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and even increase your risk of metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. A study in diabetes care found that people who regularly drink sugar-sweetened beverages have a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes, even if they're not overweight. This means that even if you're not gaining weight, sugary drinks can still damage your body's ability to handle insulin and manage glucose. On top of that, sugary drinks also contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which can lead to long-term health problems like heart disease, liver disease, and even cancer. Fruit juices. A lot of people think that fruit juices, especially ones labeled as 100% juice or natural, are healthier than sodas or other sugary drinks. But the truth is, most fruit juices can be just as harmful when it comes to managing your blood sugar. While fruit juices have some vitamins and antioxidants, they also contain a lot of fructose, a type of sugar that can hurt your metabolic health. When fruit is turned into juice, much of the fiber that normally slows down sugar absorption is removed, leaving you with a liquid high in fructose and glucose. Without fiber, the sugars in fruit juice are absorbed just as quickly as the sugars in soda, leading to similar spikes in blood sugar and insulin. In fact, some fruit juices have as much sugar, if not more, than soft drinks. For example, a glass of orange juice has about 24 grams of sugar, which is roughly the same as a can of cola. And because juice is often seen as healthy, people tend to drink larger amounts, making the problem worse. A study published in the British Medical Journal, BMJ, found that drinking fruit juices was linked to a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes, just like sugary soft drinks. However, eating whole fruit was linked to a lower risk, thanks to the fiber that slows down how fast sugar is absorbed. Artificially sweetened drinks. To avoid sugar, many people switch to artificially sweetened beverages like diet sodas or sugar-free energy drinks. These drinks use substitutes like aspartame and sucralose or saccharin to make them sweet without adding calories or raising blood sugar levels right away. But new research suggests that artificial sweeteners might not be as safe as once thought. While they don't cause immediate spikes in blood sugar, they can still affect insulin sensitivity and metabolic health in other ways. Some studies show that artificial sweeteners can mess with your gut microbiome, the balance of bacteria in your gut that helps control glucose metabolism. One study in Nature found that artificial sweeteners, especially saccharin, can cause glucose intolerance by changing the gut bacteria in both mice and humans. This means that regularly drinking these sweetened beverages could lead to insulin resistance and other metabolic issues over time, even though they don't contain calories. In the next section, we'll look at the specific health risks that come from insulin spikes and why it's crucial to limit these problematic drinks in your diet. Fish, conventional fruits, and oatmeal. When it comes to managing blood sugar levels and improving insulin sensitivity, it's essential to know not just what to avoid, but also what to eat. This section focuses on 3 food categories: fish, conventional fruits, and oatmeal. Each of these plays an important role in keeping blood sugar levels steady and enhancing overall health. Fish, a nutritional powerhouse. Fish is often called a superfood, and it deserves that title. Packed with high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids, fish is a fantastic option for anyone wanting to boost insulin sensitivity and keep blood sugar levels stable. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, are prevalent in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, and they provide numerous health benefits. Studies have shown that omega-3s can help reduce inflammation, which is crucial in preventing insulin resistance. Research published in Diabetes Care indicates that regularly eating fatty fish can improve insulin sensitivity, leading to better control of blood sugar. Plus, omega-3s might help insulin receptors work more effectively, allowing cells to use glucose better. On top of that, fish is a great source of important vitamins and minerals such as vitamin D, selenium, and iodine, all of which contribute to metabolic health. A lack of vitamin D has been linked to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, making fish an important part of a healthy diet. Conventional fruits. Fruits are generally viewed as healthy and packed with nutrients. But when managing blood sugar, it's important to know that not all fruits are created equal. While fruits offer essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, some can have a higher glycemic index, GI, due to their sugar content, leading to spikes in blood glucose. For instance, fruits like bananas, grapes, and watermelon tend to have a higher GI, meaning they can cause a bigger jump in blood sugar levels compared to lower GI fruits such as berries, cherries, and apples. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high GI fruits can negatively impact blood sugar, especially if eaten in large amounts. However, this doesn't mean you should steer clear of all fruits. The key is to practice portion control and focus on low GI fruits that provide fiber and nutrients without causing major blood sugar spikes. For example, berries are lower in sugar and high in antioxidants, which can help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 factors linked to insulin resistance. Oatmeal, a fiber-rich choice. Oatmeal is often seen as a heart-healthy breakfast option, and it's also great for managing blood sugar. Oats are rich in soluble fiber, especially beta-glucan, which has many positive effects on glucose metabolism. Soluble fiber slows down how quickly sugar enters the bloodstream, preventing sharp spikes in blood sugar after meals. A study in nutrition research found that people who ate oats had noticeably lower post-meal blood sugar levels than those who didn't include oatmeal in their diet. Additionally, oatmeal has a low glycemic index compared to refined cereals and baked goods. This means it provides steady energy without causing drastic changes in blood sugar. Oats also contain vital nutrients like magnesium, which is essential for glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. To get the most from oatmeal, choose whole oats or steel-cut oats instead of instant oatmeal, which is often processed and may have added sugars. Topping your oatmeal with nuts, seeds, or berries can boost its nutritional value while helping to keep blood sugar levels steady. When working to keep blood sugar levels steady and boost insulin sensitivity, it's important to pay attention not just to what we eat, but also to the types of vegetables and oils we include in our diets. While many vegetables are great for our metabolism, some can actually cause problems, especially if we eat them too often or cook them in unhealthy ways. The oils we use for cooking also play a big part in how our bodies handle fats and sugars. By avoiding certain starchy vegetables and unhealthy oils while including nutrient-rich alternatives, you can effectively manage your blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. The goal is to focus on whole, unprocessed foods that offer essential nutrients without causing big spikes in blood sugar. Next, we'll explore practical meal planning tips and how to combine these insights into a balanced diet that promotes better metabolic health.